So welcome students to the online lecture series of RCC. The topic for today's lecture will be modular ratio, its importance in the design of RCC structures, and we will also look after the glimpse of IS codes. Okay, IS code 456. So let's start. So the first topic for today's lecture is modular ratio. So what is modular ratio and what is its important in RCC design? It is very important term which is mainly used in WSM, that is working stress method. So that's why it is also known as modular ratio method. So as per the definition, modular ratio is the ratio of modulus of elasticity of steel to the modulus of elasticity of concrete. So as per the definition, it is denoted by small m. Small m is equal to ES upon EC, as we have already studied in previous lecture. EC is in current scenario we are using it as 5000 under root FCK. But the design is being conducted by the guidelines of IS 456. So as per IS 456, small m, that is modular ratio, is 280 by 3 sigma CBC. So here there is a new term for you all, that is sigma CBC. So here sigma CBC stands for permissible characteristic compressive strength of concrete in bending. Okay, so here sigma CBC is permissible characteristic compressive strength of concrete in bending. Okay, and here we can easily learn this thing by sigma is permissible direct stress, which is coming in the section. C stand for characteristic compressive strength. Okay, B is in bending and C is in concrete. So you can easily, from the notation, you can read out sigma CBC is also known as permissible characteristic strength in bending compression. Okay, so for concrete we use factor of safety. For all other material we use factor of safety, but for concrete the factor of safety is taken as the ratio of characteristic strength or stress coming on the section by the ratio permissible or allowable or working stress. So here the term FOS is FCK by sigma. Okay, and as per the code, FOS for concrete in WSM. Only in WSM there are two methods, WSM and LSM, but in WSM FOS is 3 when we take member in bending, and in direct compression we take FOS as 4. So in bending means in beams, wherever you will take FOS in WSM for beams, the value will be 3, and if you are analyzing a column by WSM method, you will take FOS as 4. So as you can see below, there is a table mentioned here which is having grade of concrete and a table of permissible stress of concrete, okay, in bending and in direct compression, means for beam and for column. So this table is taken from IS code table number 21 in the IS code. So this table is taken from IS code. So for different grade the permissible stresses of concrete is given here. For M15 the permissible stress in bending is 5 and compression it is 4. This value will not take for RCC design, because as we have already studied in previous lecture that for RCC design we use minimum M20 grade and above. Okay, so for M20 the permissible stress value in bending is 7, and in compression, direct compression, it is 5, and so as M25, M30, M35 and M40. Also there is a note, if the grade of concrete increases, means if the grade, that is M10, M20, M30 and so on, it is increasing, the value of modular ratio will decrease. Why? Because the M is inversely proportional to the sigma CBC value. So if the grade of concrete will increase, the modular ratio will decrease. Okay, so after that we will learn that what is the role of modular ratio in working stress method. Its role is very important. That's why working stress method is also known as modular ratio method. Basically it is used to convert the section, the heterogeneous section, into a homogeneous section for analysis, because for analysis you have to assume a section as homogeneous, then only you can analyze its stress and strain value, okay, easily. So we can convert the section in two things. There are two things, steel and concrete. So what if we convert the whole section into steel? So there is a problem there, because when we convert the whole section into steel, there will be some voids. If we convert this whole section in steel, there will be some voids here whose analysis will be difficult for us. So we convert whole section into concrete for easiness. Okay, so here the term modular ratio helps us for converting the section into heterogeneous to homogeneous. Okay, so you can see from there that the total area of this section is equal to the area of concrete, which is here, and the area of steel, which is here. So the total area will comprise of concrete and steel placed. Okay, so when we are converting this whole area into a homogeneous area, so we will remove this steel and we will place a bar of concrete. So what will be that area which will replace this steel? The area of concrete will be MAST, which is also known as equivalent cross sectional area in terms of concrete, because we have replaced steel by concrete. So this area will be equivalent cross sectional area in terms of concrete, means this is the area of steel but we have taken in terms of concrete. So this equivalent area will be equal to AC, and now AST is converted to MAST as equivalent. So AC can be written as A minus AST from this equation plus MAST, and the final equation becomes A plus AST into minus 1 plus M. In some books it is written as M minus 1, so it is okay. I have written here also. So the equivalent area will be A is the total cross section area of the section, M is modular ratio, and AST is the area of steel. So how will we calculate the area of steel? So if it is given that there is a bar of 20 mm, phi, here phi means the diameter, so the area will be, because it is circular bar, so pi by 4 into 20 square. So this will give you the total area of the steel to be placed. Okay, so it is mentioned here. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.